श्री गोविंदाय नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरये परमात्मने प्रणतः क्लेशनाशाय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। Dear devotees, with the grace of the Bhagwan Sri Krishna and divine knowledge of the Bhagavad Gita and divine blessings from the Guru Maharaj, today we will understand the chapter number 3, verses number 36 and 37. 36 is the question and 37 is answer. Arjuna vacha athakena prayuktoyam papam charati purushah anichinnapi varsheyam baladiva niyojita. So Arjun asking the question to Bhagwan Sri Krishna, Hey Krishna, without anichinna api, Ichha means without any desire to perform the pap karma. How and what are the reasons behind it that human beings are performing the pap karma? Even if someone don't want to perform the papa, and so what are the forces behind it, encouraging to performing the papa? This is the Arjun question to the Bhagwan Sri Krishna. But if you look at that way, is all of us our question. Say, we are walking on the path of the devotion. We are a bhakta. We are a devotees. Definitely, the first things first, we will not do it in our life is a pap. Any kind of a sin we are not going to commit knowingly and with intention. But still we perform. So, what are the reasons? What are the forces who encouraging us to perform the pap karma? Then Bhagavan uvacha kama esha krodha esha rajo guna samudbhava mahashano mahapapma vidveya nyamiha verinam. Kam esha krodha esha rajo guna samudbhava. Two things, Kam and Krodha. Udbhava means begin, starts under the influence of the Rajogun, Sattvagun, Rajogun and Tamogun. Devotees cannot be a tamsik, that's a guaranteed. We as a devotees cannot be a tamsik, because tamsik person cannot be a devotees at all. Because they can't even think, I am going to be worshipped. Tamasic person can't even just think about it. Tamasic is Nastik. Like, for example, let આપણે Putna, for example, is a tamasic personality. Cannot even think about worshipping. So many others. Rajogun. Ravana, representations of the Rajogun, was devotees but full of the desire and anger. And that is why encourage to the perform the pap karma. Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu, I will touch upon towards the holy as well, because we are Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu, Kans, they all was devoted themselves towards the Bhagwan Shiva, Bhagwan Vishnu. But end of that, the Rajogun was higher in them. That is why, despite the devotees, they was performing the papa karma. And they do not get satisfied with anything. No matter how much power they receive, for example, Ravan had so much power. Think about it, one person who can do everything, had created entire his own kingdom with the gold, who had a direct access to talk to the Bhagwan Shiva anytime, while the other did not have it. But Ravan had so much connection direct. I can go to the Shankar Bhagwan Himalaya. I can knock the door anytime, midnight, 12 o'clock. Shankar Bhagwan, I'm here. He had that much access. And he had that much power that one day he decided that I want to challenge the Bhagwan Shankar as well. He said, okay, what challenge you want? Shankar Bhagwan, Ravan says, every time I have to come here to meet you, I want to take you there, where I'm staying. He says, what do you mean? I want to take the entire Himalaya into the Lanka. Shankar Bhagwan said, okay, let's try it. Then he started to uplift entire Himalaya. But Bhagwan Shiv, he put his foot 1 foot down, and then Ravan could not manage. And then Ravan, that time he did the stuti, Nataraj, Bhagwan Shiv stuti. And beautiful stuti he did to offer himself away. Now I have realized nobody is beyond you. But subject is that much devotion he had. But still he was performing the papa karma. What are the reasons behind it? While okay, we don't even talk about the Dhritarashtra and Duryodhan, we never think they have went to the mandir, in fact. In entire Mahabharata, nobody is even mentioning about it. At least in Ramayana, there is stories about Ravan went to the Bhagwan Shiv and worship Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu. You can find it evidence way there, but here you can't even find Duryodhana went to the mandir. So they will be in a different category. When them turn will come, I will talk about them. But Kam means extreme desire and krodh are the reason behind it for us to encourage to the papa karma. Now, why this is happens? So I will come back into this current time. And Bhagwan actually has mentioned here is a vidvaye namiha vairinam. They are the actually enemies. Bhagwan considered as a vairi means enemies to our body. And what is the enemy does? So enemy have one policy, divide and rule. That is the enemy policy. Create the division and then rule yourself. Now in our body, there is we think these are the people are Western world, they had a brain to divide and rule, but they learn from our scriptures. They went to the R&D, research and development. Each world they went and they discover how to rule the world. And then we sit with our books packed into red material, put it in Divo place, hey, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavad Gita, and then please give me a blessing. We haven't done any kind of the R&D, research and development. We haven't done any research. Each word teaches lots of things. I'm telling you. So, divide and rule. I will come to that bhed. Now, we have a three part in our body. Atma, Indriya and Man. Indriya means ke senses, which is the eye, nose, ear, tongue, everything. Man, mind, brain, intelligence, whatever. And the Atma. The day these three work in line together, they combined themselves, means they unite themselves. That day we enter into the sattvic lifestyle, and the moment we enter in a sattvic lifestyle, that means we are free from all kind of the pap karma. So Atma want sattvic lifestyle, but senses doesn't want. Like simple example, eyes want to see good things, beautiful things. That is like eyes supposed to be through the Atma. Because when we talk about the Atma want to see Bhagwan, beautiful smiley face. That is Atma want to see. But what our eyes will tell us? No, that is not good. Then the eyes will encourage us to watch these soapies. Eyes want to read the Bhagavad Gita, or Atma want to read the Bhagavad Gita, but the eyes will say, no, Bhagavad Gita will make me fall in sleep. So let me read in these days, all those Facebook blogs and then Instagram blogs and everything. Olden days there was a books, Hollywood, Tollywood, Bollywood, whatever, and then different author books, and then newspapers and everything. Our tongue, Atma want sattvic food. Sattvic food means no spicy food, basically. No spice in the food. Sattvic. Completely. Just little bit pinch of the salt and just little bit masala, etc. That's it. That is the Atma want. But the tongue want pickle, chilies, papad. And I'm telling you, many years ago we went to touring. Many years means if I'm saying almost 12 years ago. We went for the touring. It was celebration, so we went for the touring. So our first night was into in Gauteng, that Buddhist temple there. So we had a first night to stay into that called the ashram or temple. So 5-6 o'clock you reach there, do that visit of that place nicely, and they had a facility where you can stay night there. So when we go there, means you have they supply the food, evening supper. So it was nice. But them food is sattvic food. No salt, little bit less salt, and that's it. હવે શું થયું? So we had a full bus actually, like full bus. True story. And I was brand new. I was just a couple of months old here, so I don't understand. And we used to for that kind of the food, so we don't worry about that. But with us, there was a couple of people actually. They could not manage. How to eat this kind of food? And some of the clever people came with the extra chili powder and salt packet with pocket. And they put it inside and they eat. It was because tongue want calm. Atma want sattvic food, but tongue want spicy food. And our beautiful ears, Atma want bhajan, kirtan, satsang. But this one want gossip. This one want something spicy, manipulated word and stories. This is what. If I'm telling you, if today in average young household, when I say young means ke under 50 basically. We ask that average young household of under 50 in the morning what is playing in them house. We got YouTube, we got internet, beautiful smart TV, everything, beautiful lifestyle. What exactly happens in the house in the morning? In jazz and rock music. No bhajan and no kirtan. No satsang. The reason why is if you put the bhajan and kirtan and satsang, they fall in sleep. Because this one don't want. Average young household car, what music is happening into the car? Jazz, rock and whatever it is. If we going to, like I'm just telling you, if tomorrow we as a East London Hindu Society organize big bhajan satsang mela and then we said okay, I'm talking about bhajan satsang mela overnight bhajan satsang mela from 6 o'clock till the next morning 6 o'clock, 12 hour bhajan satsang mela. After 10 o'clock, how many people expect here? 10, 15, 20, 30? Till the next morning. But if we organize a concert of somebody name, I forgot the name, Bela someone, I don't know. You know, a couple of years ago it was a dome concert, dome concert. Used to be happen in Johannesburg, dome concert, overnight. Leave that. If we call Udit Narayan here, if we call Kumar Sanu here, Alka Yagnik, recently famous singer, any singer from India, if we call. Amitabh Bachchan, for example, everybody know about Amitabh Bachchan. And if we call Amitabh Bachchan and we said 12 o'clock midnight, Amitabh Bachchan will give a performance here. How many people we expecting? 5? 7? 10? 1,000? I'm not talking about the number. 10,000 people you can expect here. Midnight, 12 o'clock. That time no school, no work, nothing, no excuse. I can't even fall in sleep. Amitabh Bachchan is dancing. 1969's Bollywood movies, Amitabh Bachchan dance, 75-year-old person dancing in front of me. I'm enjoying. But bhajan, satsang, kirtan, mela, oh man, boring. Because Atma want, but the problem is this one don't want. Who is controlling between Atma? Now I'm coming to the point is, who is controlling between Atma and the soul? Who is the controller? So then, mana, mind. Mind is dividing our senses and Atma, and mind is ruling our life. And if we trained our mind as sattvic, so then sattvic mind will instruct to this eyes that we follow the sattvic lifestyle. But if we train a rajasic, then our mind will be, our senses will follow the rajasic and tamasic. Whatever we follow. That's why Bhagavan Sri Krishna has mentioned two here. Kama and a Krodha. In 38 verses, Bhagavan Sri Krishna has given an example. Dhumena vriyate vanhiya thadarsho malena cha. Mirror. Bhagavan Sri Krishna gave an example of the mirror. Ke bhai, over the year, if the dust accumulate on the mirror, then what we expect from the mirror? We can't expect nothing. You can't see in the mirror anything. We need to clean that. And then we can see. So Jnana means knowledge is like that. And Bhagavane vichar karo tame, just think about it, ke bhai, in this our body, the maximum hair growth, I'm talking about the maximum hair growth is where it is. Maximum hair growth. This part of the body is grow a maximum hair. Long hair. If you don't cut time to time, say if you decided I'm not going to cut the hair 15 years, what do you expect? Long. And entire body controlled by from here to. If we do not actually say, like my hair, spike thi gaya se hamna, time thi gaya se. If next 3 days, if I'm not going to cut, this one is going to be like this. Very beautiful, spiky. You need to take care of this one. If we have we have to comb karwa pade બધું. Vichar, our thoughts, if we're going to take care properly, then they will stay, they will look nice, they will give us a proper guidance. But the problem is, subject is, our mind doesn't want these things to be happening. Bhed. And we need to remove, that bhed policy, division, divide policy. And how we can remove? So then Bhagavan Sri Krishna says, only and only bhakti can do it. Devotion. But what type of the devotion? What type of devotion we talking here is? That is where the rajasic and the tamasic and the sattvic devotion comes. I'm telling you, we're going to be celebrating 2-3 days time is Holi. Everybody knows about the Prahlad stories and Holika stories. Prahlad sit in the fire. But Prahlad is a 5-year-old child. Innocent devotion. Sit in the fire. Knowing or unknowingly, whatever it is, but set on the fire. That is why we are celebrating his victory. I want to ask how many of us prepare to sit in the fire that night? How many of us ready? So let me go and sit in the fire. Bhagavan will come and save me. How many prepare to do that? It's not that we don't have a faith and trust in Bhagavan, but we have a confidence in our papa karma that Bhagavan will definitely not come because I am a papi panush. It's not that Bhagavan, we don't have a confidence. Bhagavan definitely comes, but we have a confidence in ourselves. I have done so many papa karma, Bhagavan is not going to come. That is why we not going to be experiment that. Innocent bhakti. Why innocent bhakti do not get fear? Sattvic bhakti have a no fear, but Rajasic bhakti always stay in a fear. It was Ravan fear. Actually, it was Ravan fear. He did not allow anybody to become a devotee in his own kingdom besides the Vibhishan. Rajasika Manushya is like that. Rajasika Manushya will never going to be empower anybody. Ask any politician. They're not going to be teach anything to anybody because they have a fear. If this person is going to learn from me, is first things first, he is going to throw me out from my position, my chair. Kissa kursi ka, fighting of the chair. Rajasik bhakti is like that. In Rajasik bhakti, same thing happens. One devotee is pulling another devotee's leg. They claim themselves as devotees, but I'm not going to allow you to reach there. I want to reach there first. I want to reach there first. And then they're going to pull each other. A beautiful, it was a joke, but many years ago, from the India, the shipment, ship, human ship, they used to take, started to going towards the Britain. It was a Great Britain that time. Today, so we don't know, but anyway. So in that boat, that ship, they put the 3 container, big container. And in that 3 container, they put the frog inside. Frog. So the first container was completely sealed tight, completely. Second container was little bit open half and then. And third one was completely open. And in all 3 it was a frog. So out of the curiosity, one passenger asked that captain, why this is happening? Then he said the first container is American frog. If we going to be allowed little bit space, then they all going to be come out. So we have to seal tight. Okay. Middle container is African frog. So African frog means they will try, but they will never going to come out. They will try, so we are giving little bit space to them. When you try, come out, and if you want to come out, then you're happy, but otherwise. The last one is Indian frog. That means, why is open? Indian frog never ever going to allow anybody to come out actually, no matter what happen. As soon as one going to put one leg up, another 10 will pull it down. Rajasic mindset. As soon as somebody try to empower themselves, 10 will be ready to pull it down. Don't worry, we will make sure you're not going to come out. Desire. Everybody want to reach to the highest position, but forgot that only one person can be a reach. Desire. And as soon as the desire don't get fulfilled, then it turns into the anger. And then under the anger, person can reach any extent. Like Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu. Reach any extent. Can reach to the extent where they are prepared to kill his own son. Because you don't want to believe, I am the God, I am the Bhagwan. They believe like that themselves. Ravan was saying, I am the superior. Hiranyaksha, I am the superior. Hiranyakashipu, I am the superior. Kans, I am the superior. That's it. Everybody believes themselves, I am the superior, but forgot about it. The superior don't tell I am a superior. Bhagwan Sri Krishna himself, Bhagwan Sri Rama, Bhagwan Sri Mahadev, Brahmaji, Hanumanji Maharaj, nobody has said themselves, I am the superior. Yet they are the superior. They are the supreme, but they never claim themselves, I am the supreme. That's a difference. between Sattvic and Rajasic. Narsi Mehta, Mirabai, Shabribai, Dhruv, Prahlad never ever claim themselves that I am the Supreme. But those who have claimed themselves that I am the Supreme, today nobody exists. I'm telling you, billions of the years passed since this Ramayana, Mahabharata and everything happened. Up to today I'm talking about Kali Yuga. No matter how modern we are, no matter how intelligent we are, no matter how intellectual we are, no matter how powerful we are, I'm giving you a guaranteed, and I'm challenging everybody. In the future 100,000 years too, nobody will keep them child named Ravan, Kans and Duryodhan and Dhritarashtra. Nobody has kept it up to today, and nobody will keep them child named Ravana, Duryodhan, Dhritarashtra, Kans, Hiranyakashipu, a beautiful name. Nobody will keep. In fact, Hitler too. In fact, Saddam Hussein too. Nobody will keep. Why? We are a modern. You don't believe in a Bhagwan, but when it's come to the keep my child name, I want to give my child name as like beautiful Bhagwan now. Why I'm saying this? Many years ago, I'm talking about like almost 11, 12 years ago, when I was in Mozambique. So somebody sent me a message, oh, there's a birth happen in my family, and we want to give our child name. So I said, okay, Rashi, I took out the Rashi. And they said, okay, this is the Rashi, and you keep the name with this word. But I was knew that this person is non-believer. He's a Nastik. In Gujarati, Nastik, non-believer. He don't believe in Bhagwan and anything. But just somebody must have told, now we must have. For a formality, he was doing. Then he said, okay, can you suggest any name? I says, Ravana. Then he looked at me like this. Do you want me to keep my son named Ravan? I said, what's wrong? He said, do you know who was the Ravan? I said, I know very well. But why are you worried about that? You don't want to believe anything. Do you believe in a Ram? He says, no, I don't believe in a Ram. So why are you worried about the Ravan? If you don't believe in a Ram, so Ravan not going to harm you. But there too, Nastic person too don't want to keep this. The reason why is, they know very well. Subject is Kama, Krodh, these are the two we know is very well. We are under influence very well, but we don't want to accept it. We are under influence of. And they are the main reason or main root cause of our pap karma. Kami Manushya, Krodhi Manushya. In the Gujarati and even Hindi it says, Kamand, Krodhand, And means blind. Anger makes us blind. Desire makes us blind. Blind means we can see everything, but we cannot see anything. One couple, they retired themselves. Now we retired, so they decided to go back in their home village. And village was becoming modern, so they buy the new flat. And they decided to stay. So a couple got habit, evening 5 o'clock tea, we sit in balcony and drink tea nicely, see that beautiful clouds and everything, and then have together tea nicely. Every day, wife sits, husband sits, they have a tea. And wife tells husband, See that woman, she don't even know how to wash the clothing. How much dirty clothes she has left it there. And husband keep quiet every day nicely. કે ભાઈ હશે હવે આપણે what we are. Why we worry about somebody else's clothing? If they want to wear it, they must wear it. Why must we worry about those clothing? But every day wife tells. And husband listen and they finish them tea and biscuit, whatever. One day, wife saw. Today seems to be that woman has hired some kambadi or used the beautiful powder. The clothes are looking very clean. Husband says, dear, today I have cleaned our window. That is why you see that cloth is clear. Cloth was always clear, always clean. The dust was on our window. So today I decided to let me clean the dust so you can see that. And this is the problem is. Bhagavan has given us these two mirrors. This is two eyes, this is two window, mirror. When the cataracts start, take over, then we don't see anything clean. That's the reality. Tell me one thing. Have any lion has complained that them teeth has fallen till the die? No matter how old lion is, the teeth will become strong. And after, as soon as we reach 50, gone, half of them is gone. Have any birds has complained that they can't see from the sky to down. They got cataract. But as soon as we reach 42, 45, we need a glasses. Who is the better? We consider them an animal? We consider them a bird? Any tiger, any lion, tell me any monkey has stopped that. No matter how old a monkey is, not going to stop jumping. But as soon as we reach 55, hey, I can't sit on the floor. My bones, my back and all other things. This is reality. Reason why is this mind has created so much division in our Atma and our senses. Our senses are so much spoiled. While the lion is very straightforward life. This is what my life. I want to hunting and I want to killing and I want to die. Monkey is straightforward life. Bird is straightforward life. Our life is complicated. One start U-turn, we have lots of turns in our life. The reason why is these are the 5 things because of the Bhagavan has given us a man, buddhi, to use it, but our man and buddhi becoming a manda buddhi. Manda buddhi means very I will talk about low IQ brain when it's come to the spirituality. As I said, when it's come to the other things, our IQ level is higher. How to make somebody fool? We are intelligent. How to lie somebody? We are intelligent. How to rob and how to do the things which is we not supposed to do, we are the first one. As I gave example, midnight 12 o'clock we will be watched live concert of the Amitabh Bachchan, but we are not prepared to sit midnight 12 o'clock to celebrate Krishna birth. Once a year Krishna comes, we don't want to celebrate midnight 12 o'clock. That's where our IQ will tell, India ma to 8:30. Our IQ will start giving a different logic. India already celebrated. Then I always say, Australia already celebrated. Why don't you celebrate morning 5 o'clock, your Christmas? We do the stupid logic in our brain. The reason why is when it's come to the spirituality, our IQ level goes completely down. Bhagavan Sri Krishna says, कि भाई, if we want to keep ourselves from stay away from the pap karma, then we have to become a devotees like Prahlad, innocent, completely confident, sattvic, pure, innocent devotee. Even innocent devotions is something which makes us a fearless personality. 5-year-old Dhruv, many people don't know who's a Dhruv, but 5-year-old Dhruv wanted to sit on his lap of his father, and his father says, his father was the king. A king છે ને બહુ વિચિત્ર માણસ હોય. All this king is stupid. No, you are not capable to sit on my lap. 5-year-old Dhruv went to the mother. What will make me capable to sit next to my father? Then he said, only Vishnu Bhagwan will tell you. He said, where can I find Vishnu Bhagwan? He said, you can't find Vishnu Bhagwan. You have to go to the forest. He left that house, went into the forest. Today, 7-year-old child can't want to go out alone from the house to the school. Don't want to go. Which child want to walk into the forest for the bhakti, for the devotion? Hardly they want to come to the mandir, in fact. Subject is, that child went into the forest, Narad Muni came, he gave a mantra, that you chant Ram, mantra Bhagwan Sri Vishnu will come. 5-year-old child don't know how to pronounce the Ram. He said Mara. And Bhagwan Sri Ram mantra is so beautiful, even if you speak wrong, it becomes automatically right. Say Ram, 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 Mara, 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 Mara. You can start Mara, but become a Ram. Mara, 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 Mara. Bhagwan Sri Vishnu came, Dhruv, what you want? He says, just I want to sit next to my father. He said, that's only you want? He said, yes, this is all I want. I gave it to you. Message went to the king. King said, it is impossible. It is possible. King went himself to welcome his own son. I spent my entire life, Bhagwan didn't come, and you 5-year-old child, Bhagwan has to come for you. Reason-wise, innocent bhakti, desireless bhakti. Only one desire. Innocent, no pap karma. Problem with us is, we have no innocent. We have everything besides the innocent. And we have a full confidence on our karma, because we know what we're doing. We know everything, we know what we're doing, where we're going wrong. But the problem is we just don't want to accept it. Ravan knew where he is going wrong. When his son Meghnad, and when his brother Vibhishana, and another brother Kumbhakarna, 3 of them, and his wife Mandodari. 4 of them went to Ravan, this is not right. Let's resolve it. He knows I am wrong. But my ego, my desire, my krodh will not allow me to bow down to the Kans. When some people, they don't think about it. So when this decided, when the Akashvani happened, your 8th child will kill you, then he said, okay, I'll put you in the prison. So then the first child, Devaki decided, become a pregnant and first child. And now Narad Muni came. There is so many Narad Muni also. So he came, he said, how are you going to decide which will be the 8th one? This can be the 8th one from what? The Kans decided to stop thinking. And then he encouraged himself, okay, now let me do as many pap karma I want to do. Every single example I can give you from the scriptures. And we can see in our life too, so many people, no matter how much explanation you give them, they're not going to be understand, they're not going to change their life at all. And we think about where are we going wrong? But the problem is sitting with themselves. And I always tell, okay, in the Hinduism name, thousands of the lecturer, preacher like us in these days, either on YouTube or in person, whatever it is, platform you can go. Thousands of them giving a lecture to the, I will say, millions of the people. But as soon as that lecture over, back to square. We will wait for next year when you come, we will listen to you. Till that, we will be what we are. You know, many years ago, I'm talking when I was small, that time the Dongre Maharaj, very old people will know who's a Dongre Maharaj. He was the best Kathaka lecturer. Gujarati Kathaka. Bhagavad Gita, he was giving. And he used to give example. When we go to listen to the lecture, and after the lecture over, everybody does one thing. Is, when we stand up, kapda, all the clothing which is, whatever we have grasped here, now we are taking out here. Jetlu lidu aya, whatever we have taken, we leaving here on the floor, because we cleaning, we going out. Gujarati ma kehવાય શેઠની શિખામણ ઝાપા સુધી. So the Seth means that the boss give advice to the person, okay, bhai, do this way. As soon as 5 o'clock, that his employee out from the office, he leave all advice into the office and close it and go. Next morning when come, the boss has to explain again. Similarly, we human being, we stand up, બધું થઈ ગયું, ક્લીન થઈ ગયું, તમે આપો, we enjoyed it, ખંખેરી નાખ્યું, clear કરી નાખ્યું. Okay, hard disk is clear now. So when I go home, I think it's beautiful joke yaad aaya, મેં ભીખુભાઈએ મોકલેલો last year. Somebody went to the lecture and then carry your own burden. So the preacher says, you have to carry your own burden all the time. He went to the home, he hold his wife and walking in the house. Subject is if we are smiling, but don't learn anything. Millions of the people listen, and I always say, millions of the people in these days, so easy access for everything. Why are we not changing ourselves? Why there is no change into our behavior? The reason why is Bhagavan Sri Krishna says, in this too, like as I explained, there is a dust here, cataract. No matter how old we are, medical terms ma cataract is different, that you can remove through the laser. But spiritual terms cataract is so much dust, so much jealousy, enviousness, so much anger, so much desire, so much things we have developed in front of our eyes and our nose and everywhere doesn't allow. And that is why mind is ruling. And that's why, if remember one thing, divide and rule policy, mind is ruling because your Atma and your senses are divided. If you're going to be put together them soul and senses together, mind have no power to rule. Otherwise, Russia and Ukraine will fight and America and China will rule the world. Think about it. We're going to start the Aarti. This Thursday we are having a Hodi. We're going to start also live broadcast from 6:15, Hodi festival. You also can come and celebrate with us also. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Hare Paramatmane Pranatah Kleshanashaya Govindaya Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nath Narayana Vasudeva Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nath Narayana Vasudeva Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. We'll do the Aarti now. सांझ पड़े दीननाथ में चकवा चकवीरो चलो चकवा क्या जय सांझ पड़े मत रो गौरी पूछे गोरिया कौन भले रो देश संपत होय तो घर भला नहीं तो भलो परदेश तीमिरा गयु रवि देखता कुबुद्धि गई गुरु ज्ञान संपत गई अति लोभ से भक्ति गई अभिमान अभिमानी कुंजर भयो लियो अपने सिर भार ताके जमरा कूट से जमलो डुगड़े लुहार श्री राधे कृष्ण भगवान की जय। ओम जय काना काला प्रभु जय काना काला मीठी मोरली वाला मीठी मोरली वाला गोपीना प्यारा ओम जय काना कान कामन बहुतीदा प्रभु कामन बहुतीदा माखन चोरी मोहन चित चोरी ओम जय काना काना नंद जसोदा घेरा प्रभु वैकुंठरुतारि कालिय मर्दन कीधु कालिय मर्दन कीधु गायो ने चारि ओम जय काना काना नूनगना तुझ पार देने नहीं आवे प्रभु के में नहीं आवे नेति वेद पुकारे नेति वेद पुकार भूमि संगावे ओम जय काना काना ओम जय काना काना प्रभु जय काना काना मोरली वाला
नमामि। मङ्गलं भगवान् विष्णु मङ्गलं गरुडध्वज मङ्गलं पुण्डरीकाक्ष मङ्गलाय तनोहरि। सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते नारायणी नमोस्तुते नारायणी नमोस्तुते। श्री राधे कृष्ण भगवान की जय। जलेन शुद्धीकरणं कुर्यात्। देवतानामभिवन्दनं स्थापित देवताभ्यो नमः। निराञ्जनं समर्पयामि निराञ्जनं समर्पयामि निराञ्जनं समर्पयामि निराञ्जनं समर्पयामि निराञ्जनं समर्पयामि निराञ्जनं समर्पयामि। आरार्तिकम् आरार्तिकम् आरार्तिकं समर्पयामि। यश आरोग्य प्राप्ति अर्थे स्वात्मानामभिवन्दनं पात्राद् वै हस्तं प्रक्षाल्य। श्रीरामचन्द्र कृपाळु भजमन् हरन भव भयदारुणं नवकञ्जलोचन कञ्जमुखकर कञ्जारुणं कन्दर्पयगणित अमितछविनवनीलनीरजसुन्दि पटपीतमानौ तडितरुचि नौमि जनकसुतां शिरमुकुटकुण्डलतिलकचारु उदार अङ्गविभूषण आजानुभुज सरचापधरु सङ्ग्रामजितकरदूषण भजु दीनबन्धु दिनेश दान दैत्यवंशनिकन्दन रघुनन्दयानन्दकन्द कौशल्यचन्द्र दशरथनन् इति वदित तुलसीदास शङ्कर शेषमुनिमनरञ्जन मम हृदय कुञ्ज निवास कुरु कामादिकलदलरञ्जन। सियावर रामचंद्र भगवान की जय। राधे कृष्ण भगवान की जय। गणपति महाराज की जय। विघ्नेश्वराय वरदाय सुरप्रियाय लंबोदराय सकलाय जगद्भिताय नागाननाय श्रुतियज्ञविभूषिताय गौरीसुताय गणनाथ नमो नमस्ते। गणपति महाराज की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय। श्मशाने स्वाक्रीडा स्मरहर पिशाचा सहचरा चिताभस्मालेपं सृगपिनुकरोटी अमङ्गल्यं शीलं तव भवतु नामेवमखिलं तथापि स्मर्तॄणां वरद परमं मङ्गलमसि। उमापति महादेव की। राधे कृष्ण भगवान की जय। कृष्ण कन्हैया लाल की जय। बालकृष्ण भगवान की जय। शान्ताकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेशं विश्वाधारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभांगं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगिविरध्यानगम्यं वन्दे विष्णुं भवभयहरं सर्वलोकैकनाथं वसुदेवं सुतं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। आकाशात् पतितं योऽयं यथा गच्छति सागरं सर्वदेवो नमस्कारं केशवं प्रति गच्छति। मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुलङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपात्वमहं वन्दे परमानन्दममाधवं। त्वमेव माताश्च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेवं। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरं गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। असुतगिरिसमं शादकज्जलं सिन्धुपात्रे सुरतरुवर्षाखालेखनी पत्रमुरवि लिखत यदि गृहीत्वां शारदा सर्वकालं तदपि तव गुणानामीश पारं नयाति। राधे कृष्ण भगवान की जय। जय जय जगदम्बे आद्य शक्ति भवानी माम्बे मात की जय। नमो देव्यै महादेव्यै शिवायै सततं नमः। નમઃ પ્રકૃત્યૈ ભદ્રાयै નિયતાં પ્રણતા સ્મતાં વિદ્યુદ્દામ સમપ્રભાં મૃગપતિં સ્કંદસ્થિતાં ભીષણાં કન્યાભીકરવાલખેટવિલસહસ્તાभिरासे હસ્તૈશ્ચક્રધરાલિખેટવિશિખાં ચાપમ ગુણાં તર્જનીં બિભ્રાણાં મંડલાત્મિકાં શશિધરાં દુર્ગાં ત્રિનેત્રાં ભજે દુર્ગાં ત્રિનેત્રાં ભજે દુર્ગાં ત્રિનેત્રાં ભજે અંબે માત કી આશાપુરી માત કી જય મહાલક્ષ્મી માત કી જય રાધે કૃષ્ણ ભગવાન કી જય કૃષ્ણ કનૈયા લાલ કી બાલકૃષ્ણ ભગવાન કી જય ઉમાપતિ મહાદેવ કી જય ગણપતિ મહારાજ કી જય ઓમ નમઃ પાર્વતી પતય હર હર મહાદેવ હર. ઓમ નમસ્તે અમારા અહો પ્રાણદાતા નમસ્તે અમારા પિતા માતા ભ્રાત નમસ્તે મહાદેવ જોડી દિવ્ય હસ્તે નમસ્તે પ્રભુજી નમસ્તે નમસ્તે નમસ્તે. જય શ્રી કૃષ્ણ.